All right, guys. Now it's time to perform some exercises for our abdominal region. We're going to do a sit-up, a jackknife, and a leg raise. 10 repetitions each exercise, and then we'll take a break immediately following the third exercise. All right? Let's go ahead and position ourselves on the ground. To begin, we're going to go ahead and make sure we keep our feet planted. We're going to cross our arms, core tight. You're going to try to sit up without lifting your heels off the ground. All right, keep those heels planted. And begin. Good. Keep it up. You're doing great, guys. Come on. That's right, come on. Awesome job. Now we're going to immediately go into our jackknives, 10 repetitions, and begin. Come on. That's right. Awesome job. Now we're going to move into leg raises. Place your hands on the ground, palms down. You're going to lift your feet off the ground about 6 inches. And begin. That's right. Keep going. That's right. Good job. Awesome. Now we'll go ahead and take a break, and I'll see you back after your break. We chose 3 exercises to totally tax that abdominal region. And remember, now building strength is one thing, but you can't see the abdominal muscles if they're covered with a layer of fat. So you want to be careful in your diet. So if your goal is to get a six-pack, definitely pursue exercises such as the 3 that you've seen in this tricep. But the main thing that you want to focus on is diet. Remember, the more weight that you can lose in that area, the more muscle that's going to be exposed. And I know you want people to see all your hard work. But besides just having a great appearance, remember the abdominal muscles are functional. Remember, for certain exercises such as the squat and several overhead pressing motions, it's important to have a strong core. And engaging in exercises like you just completed through that first warm-up round, you're able to stimulate some muscle growth so that you can support the different exercises that you'll be doing later on in the program. All right, so keep up the good work. Let's move on to the second round of our warm-up. All right, guys, welcome back from break. Let's go ahead and complete our second round of abdominal work. We're going to take your position on the mat. Cross your arms and begin. Good. Good. Keep it up. All right, awesome job. Now we're going to move into our jackknives. And begin. Almost done. Come on. Good job. All right, now position your hands on the ground. We're doing it again, leg lifts. go ahead and take that break. All right, guys, great job on that second round of warm-ups. Now, what you're gonna notice is with the 3 exercises that we've chosen, we didn't do a whole bunch of repetitions. Now remember, when you train your abdominal muscles, you don't need a whole bunch of reps. What you wanna do is you wanna stimulate that muscle. Now, does that muscle area or that muscle group require a higher level of intensity? Sure. When you think about it, your core is almost engaged in everything that we do. And so we definitely want to be respectful in how we train it, but we don't need to do 1,000 upon thousands of reps to get a lot of stimulation in that area. Now, if you really want to tax that region, what you might want to do is to consider a wide assortment of exercises as well as some resistance. Now, although you don't need a whole bunch of weight to train the abdominal region, you do want to use some weight and some resistance in some fashion to stimulate greater muscle growth. Now remember, if you induce a little bit of muscle growth in that region, what you'll do is you'll get better definition. We're gonna do a dumbbell squat, then we're gonna immediately go into a dumbbell deadlift. We're gonna place our feet close together, bend forward, keeping our back straight, core tight. All right, that's gonna give our legs a nice, well-balanced appearance because you wanna make sure that you're attacking the legs from the front as well as from the back. There's a great tendency for people just to train those muscles that they can see in the mirror. It's very dangerous and leads to injuries. All right, let's get ready to get started, guys. We're gonna squat down, bend your knees, grab the dumbbells. Now remember, whenever you're doing a squat, you wanna make sure you keep your knees slightly behind your toes. Don't let your knees get out in front of your toes because that can put unnecessary stress on your knees. All right, also, make sure you keep your core tight, keep your back straight, keep your chest up. Take a nice military-like stance, okay? And this is gonna help to prevent injury. Now, when you squat down, again, you go to a depth that's comfortable for you. All right, let's begin. 10 repetitions, good. Keep it up, nice. You'll see that this exercise will get you really winded really quick. Good, keep it up. Last rep. Awesome. Now put your legs together, feet close. We're gonna do a stiff leg deadlift. And begin. Lean forward, head up. One, get a nice stretch on your hamstring. Good. Nice. Keep it up. Push through, that's right. You should feel a hamstring really stretching out, even perhaps a slight burn. Last rep. Awesome. All right, now carefully place the dumbbells back on the ground. All right, good job training legs. As you saw, we started off with the squat. Now, squat is a great overall leg developer. We followed that up by doing some deadlifts. Now, the deadlifts are good for building the hamstrings and the glutes. One of the things you can consider when doing deadlifts, we chose to do them with both feet planted on the ground, but you could also do it one leg at a time. And you talk about getting a great side benefit, increasing your balance and stability, you'll also get a lot more stimulation. We later finish with leg extensions. Leg extensions are awesome for working your quadriceps. All right, good job. Let's go ahead and move on to the next set. All right, guys, let's go ahead and resume with our last cycle for legs, second round. All right, let's start our squats and begin. Good. That's right. Chest up, back straight, core tight. Keep it up. All right, guys, stay strong. Almost done. Last rep. Good. Okay, now put your feet together, slight bend in the knees. And now we're gonna go right into our deadlift. And begin. Good. Really push those hips back. That's gonna help to stretch your hamstrings. Come on. Good. Keep it up. Nice. Good, come on. Last rep. Awesome job. Go ahead and place your dumbbells down. And now we're gonna report to the... That's good job training your legs, all right? I know that second set was difficult. When you think about it, you just completed 30 reps prior to engaging that second set. All right, now one of the great things about this tricep is, as you can see, is a lot of volume just tied into the whole workout. One of the things you can do if you want to make that leg training a little bit more engaging and stimulating is increase your pace. The faster you go in those squats, the greater you're going to increase your heart rate. All right, again, you can choose a weight that's not going to be dangerous, but at the same time, it's going to really cause development to occur. Now remember, your foot placement is important when doing squats. The wider your stance, the heavier the weight that you selected is going to feel, because you're going to be putting your muscles at a disadvantage as far as leverage is concerned. All right, so it's not always about big weight. Sometimes you just have to train smart, use angles, and change your stance to get better stimulation. All right, great job. Let's go ahead and move on to the next body part. Now notice that I have my palms out. I'm gonna lower my elbows so that I'm parallel to the ground. And when I press back up towards the ceiling, I'm gonna gently rotate my hands inward so that my palms wind up facing inward. I'm also gonna contract at the top portion of that movement. Okay, so let's walk through that again. I'm gonna start with my elbows parallel to the ground. I'm gonna press the weights up and in while rotating my palms at the same time, so that when I end the movement, my palms are facing each other. Okay, and then I'm gonna sit up, I'm gonna adjust the bench, and then we're gonna do the third movement, which is gonna be a flat bench press. So I'm gonna gently roll back into the bench, press the weights above head, and press, not locking out at the top. All right, go right into our fly and begin. Good. Nice squeeze at the top. Good. Keep it up. You're doing an awesome job. Come on, push through. Good. Almost done. Last rep. Awesome. Now, go ahead and adjust your bench. Put the bench down so it's flat. And now we're gonna continue on with our flat bench press. And begin. Good. Don't lock out all the way at the top portion of the movement. Press. Good job, guys. Keep it up. Push. Last rep. Awesome job. All right, let's go ahead and take our break, and then I'll see you back for the next round. All right, great job training your chest. Now, if you look at the selection of exercises that the team has chosen, you're gonna notice that we hit the upper chest, the lower chest, and then we also hit some of the mid chest, all right, to get that nice clean line of definition right down the center. All right, now, remember, when you're doing any kind of chest movement, make sure that you don't go too wide. When you go too wide on a bench press, what you do is you put your shoulders in a vulnerable position. This can lead to injury later on and lots of shoulder pain. Also remember, don't lock out at the top portion of the movement. By maintaining a 90% lockout, you could really stimulate more muscle growth. The other thing you notice is by engaging in a tricep, you don't need a whole bunch of weight to get full stimulation of the muscle. Our primary concern is to flush that muscle full of blood. That way you can bring those nutrients to that area to assist in the repair process. All right, I'll see you back on the next set. All right, guys, welcome back from break. Let's go ahead and start our second round for our chest. Go ahead and roll back into the bench, to your flies. Rotate, good, and squeeze. Rotate and squeeze. One of the things you can do here too is concentrate on really pushing your back into the bench, kind of creating a slight arch, and then remember, you want to contract at the top part of the movement. Good, keep it up. Squeeze, good, squeeze, come on. Last rep. Awesome. Now we're gonna adjust the bench and we're gonna do our flat bench press. Go ahead and roll back into the bench. Adjust yourself and begin. Good. Again, we're going to squeeze at the top part of the movement. Don't quite lock out the elbows. Good job. Awesome set. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a break and then we'll move on to our next body part. By changing your hand spacing and the grip of the dumbbells, you can intensify the movement, all right? Remember, when you come up, especially on the flies, that's a good time for you really to contract that muscle group, and that contraction is actually gonna help to improve definition in that area, all right? On the flat bench presses, don't go too wide, okay? Make sure you keep a nice, safe distance in between the dumbbells. Go down, but don't lower the dumbbells or your elbows too far below the bench. Remember, you don't want to put your shoulders in a vulnerable position. Now, one of the things you might notice is whenever you're doing a bench press motion, your front delts get tired. Sometimes you may find that they get exhausted even prior to exhausting your chest muscle. Remember, when you're working out, you want to keep the focus on the muscle group that you're training. So that means if you feel the tension or you feel the stress on any other body part other than the body part that you're training, you need to change the way that you're completing the movement.